and destroyed everything. I'd have to go back and look. So, they removed it from salvage. It should be fixed. Okay, I'll take a look. I'll see what happens. We'll keep an eye on it a little bit more. If we can find something, great. If not, so for the rest of you in chat, if we get a vital component destroyed and we don't see salvage, point it out for me, and then we can make a report. Now there's turrets over here. I thought there's a turret over there, but let's hop down and get a couple free building kills. And we'll see if we can find some more. The more eyes on it, the more likely we are to find something. At some point I'll upload these to my YouTube channel too, but obviously if, you know, you're looking for video on any of this stuff, then it'll be here as well. I was playing vanilla. Yeah, at least one piece. Okay. All right. Well, now we know. I was playing vanilla for my YouTube channel, you know, just, you know, normal 2 missions a day, kind of whatever. And I had so much fun getting back into the game. I hadn't played for a little while that I ended up recording pretty much the whole series. I'm like a month ahead. So I had to find something else to do. That's why I decided we were gonna do some live streaming. But let's see. This is maybe not a good idea. Let's see what this does turret-wise as far as visibility. Is that a view? Oh, that's the other turret. Okay. I think our evac is just up here on the left. So we should be able to come up here, get some eyes on some buildings, and then just run away. Get some free money. Run up there. Okay. Let's see. That lets us see a couple. Probably because I'm so far back on the lag, I'm not sure I know what the jam reference is. Undesirable. Yeah, I can imagine. I'm guessing this stuff takes a lot of time to keep up and debug and keep all the different components running together from all the different people. But no, if you do, let me, you know, let me know, and we'll give you a follow and a watch. It's funny, even on days I don't think I have the energy to play, I definitely have the energy to watch. Oh, I didn't get nearly as many guns on that as I was thinking I was going to. I wasn't paying attention. Got more for killing the turrets. We might. We want to go kill turrets? I'm okay with that. Let's rotate around. There's should be one right there. And then what do we say? The other one down there? We can rotate through. We need the money, so I guess it makes sense to go get them. Finish that off. Slow bit here killing these. I teach welding at a community college, and we apparently have a scooter gang outside that just came screaming by. Anyway, lab for my welding class is like 4 hours long. You know, it's just guys in the booth welding and coming up and asking questions and stuff. So we've been watching YouTube up on the big screen, and watching my daily Battletech, Barra Duel and such on the big screen at school while the kids work. I think we can rotate this way a little bit. We can get us close. Just out. Okay. It's nice to have a couple quiet missions in a row. After yesterday. Not as exciting, I know, but it's nice for the possibility of living. Although maybe it's like maybe it's like Dungeons and Dragons, right? Where half the joy is just making new characters. So you're really upset when somebody dies, but then you get to make a new character, and that makes up for it all. So, maybe dying isn't as bad as it could be, because then you get to make a whole new group. See what type of random stuff we get given.
Affirmative.
Yeah, the big screen makes it nice. Put it up on the big projector there, at the loudspeakers. Yeah, it is hard to do that when you're doing delivery. I can understand that. A little harder to watch. Good for podcasts, not so good for YouTube videos. Yeah, I was recently working at doing retail for welding supplies, and again, not so great for keeping up on my YouTube coverage. I guess we'll just run here.
On the move, full speed.
Yeah, living is good. It's nice to advance, It's funny. The early game is so slow. And then when you break through and you're finally beginning to get those heavies, really I think that's where the game speeds up so much, and then it's just kind of an avalanche at that. But early it takes a while sometimes, and so, if you keep dying, then you're not going to see the good stuff very often, that's for sure. Let's see. Those back on. A couple shots in there. We blew up all the buildings again. That is true. When you're the DM, you get to make all the characters.
Damage minimal.
That is definitely true. I always liked making the maps. That was my favorite bit as a DM. And that's kind of the thing I wish a little bit I was still playing today, because now with all the 3D modeling and stuff, and I've got software for the welding and stuff, right? To design parts and whatever. But, it'd be so good to design dungeons and maps. You can actually make the whole thing in 3D. You can put your whole town in there with all your stuff.
Reporting negative damage.
Anyway, whoop, I didn't mean to reserve, but that was a mistake. Oh, do we live through it? That's what happens. I get talking about something else.
Getting banged up pretty good.
Mediums and a heavy. All right. That's what we have to look forward to. Let's see. Well, that gets us in range of everything there. Yeah, I can imagine with all the firepower and the XL engines and everything else, that once you get a little bit of weight and you got some speed, I'm looking forward to just some stupid alphas with this stuff. Normally I run a pretty balanced, more armor-heavy, sustainable fire rather than really worrying about crazy alphas. But you can just stick so many guns in these things.
All weapons are good.
You don't have to be good at art for that sort of stuff, for the maps and stuff. Undesirable. Now you can, you draw a square and you put a triangle and you just extrude it out, and there's a basic house, right? And there's so much online stuff nowadays as far as assets. You can just import it in, stick them where you want to, scale them up or down a little bit, and there you go. And you can actually show the whole thing, or you don't have to have everything textured and perfect. Players have to have some imagination. Nice to look at all the AC2s. Well, let's see. there anything down here we need? Lower arms, AC2 ammo. No, this was, I guess it's a good thing we didn't need much. How much does the C3 sell for? We'll take it. We might need the money. Yeah, I've been playing like for the pictures in my here, let me kick over real fast. I'll show you the pictures in my little intro. I'm using, you know, I'm not drawing the mechs. I'm using game assets mostly, and then just modifying stuff within the various software, Illustrator, or whatever. But the Atlas one, if he ever kicks around here, is actually a photograph of a 3D print that then I did all the same type of artsy. There we go. So that's actually a 3D print on there. And then it's just a picture, and then it's just traced grayscale in Illustrator, but I didn't have to do any of it. And hold on, I've been fighting it here, but I'm working on, I just broke one today. I'm working on doing my own, and these are all supposed to be, you know, in theory, jointed and movable and that sort of stuff. I'm finding the models don't work quite as well as advertised, but my goal is to 3D print all the models, and then I can do kind of claymation type of intros and stuff with them. And even if it's just pictures and doing what I need, I can put them in whatever poses I want. I don't have to draw the mech. I just have to take a picture. So that's my cheat. Just not with the pencil. Fair enough, undesirable. Fair enough. You need players to help kick that stuff in, right? Give them a map and say, this needs to be that. You can tell them where the secret rooms are later. All right. We got one more small damage, I think, there. Trebuchet. Quick, easy fix. 2 days. Check our barracks out here.
Receiving you.
Not enough. Not enough.
Waiting for orders.
Waiting for orders.
Let's get the guts. We haven't... Well, I guess we did have serious injuries last time.
Commander.
Thank you. I'm better with adjusting than drawing originally, although I can do okay. One day. Yeah, you know, the prices really come down the 3D printers. You can get a decent one for $200. In fact, the new resin printers, you can get a small one. You know, print bed, you know, only like this. That show up there on the camera. But for like $268, I've been seeing a bunch of reviews for it. Resin's kind of a pain in the butt. Everything has to be cured with light and cleaned and washed, and it's a little bit more toxic. But the prices are coming down, so you know, save your pennies. You know, and then it's a fun hobby. Yesterday I showed on the video because I got rubber duck here. If you ever seen the movie Convoy, it was a '70s movie. It was about a trucker who starts a convoy and the cops chase him, and it was kind of like Vanishing Point, except with semi-trucks instead of a Charger. Anyway, this is the hood ornament, the rubber duck on the Rubber Ducks Mack truck. So I had to bust this out. Originally I was going to put this on a van that I owned, but I sold the van before the hood ornament ever got put on it. So yeah, well, there you go. Get those guys working. Give them your ideas and a pencil, and off they go. Let's go ahead and give ourselves a couple days here to fix the bucket list. And jump back into another match. And let's see. Well, we'll do a defend the base, right? They pay okay. Do we go for the salvage, though? We need more mechs. We've got enough to pay the bills for the next mission, or for the next month. So I'm going to go for salvage. And I think we just jump right back in. Lasher. I don't really see a need to change anything. Thanks for the follow, by the way, Bloodydoves. Appreciate it, man. I would really like to I would like to change the balance of 5% Twitch and 95% YouTube to kind of more of a 50-50, so it's nice. It is it's a cheesy movie, but it's a 70s movie, right? I want to say it stars Chris Christopherson, and maybe Ernest Borgnine is the bad guy. The cop, the dirty cop. But it's fun. It all came out of a song when there's the big CB craze, you know, in the 70s. This song came out and they made the movie about the song, so. Right about noon on the 5th of June when we highballed over the pass. It's the beginning, and then, like I say, I don't remember much more of it, but. Picking up Torah. Okay. Alright, so we got to keep some buildings alive. Point defenses, they are offline. Friendly convoy. Okay, so.
Commander.
So destroy the enemy vanguard, which is where? Here? Up there. Okay. Probably get talking and I pay attention even less than usual. We'll just jump to there.
Firing jump jet.
It is fun, and it is cheesy. It's a time capsule back to the 70s. I try to watch it. I didn't actually this year, but I usually try to watch it on the kind of the anniversary from the song, you know, the 5th of June, I think was the date. You know, where I grew up, everybody had a CB. I grew up in eastern Montana, so you have CBs because, well, it's really easy to get somewhere where nobody else is ever going to see you if something goes wrong, so you kind of had to have a CB in the days before cell phones. Move up here in the trees, and we'll slowly get out here. Guess I shouldn't get these guys killed. I should probably be moving a little bit faster. Rough terrain it is. Get the Panther up there. We see anybody? Nope. Interesting. Where are they? Wherefore art thou, Vanguard? Don't want to run too far, because then we won't be able to get back. See, because we'll run out here, and then they'll drop here, and they'll have every building destroyed before we have a chance to do anything. That seems to be how it goes. I'm going to run him up, and we'll keep everybody else, for the most part, back. Because we got LRMs, we got the AC2s, we got the PPC. We don't have to go up. And we've got the turrets themselves. Hey, we hit with one. I thought we hit with both there originally, but... You know, the 70s wasn't quite as cool as we'd like to remember, unfortunately. Get the LRMs on this guy. There was a couple good songs, but I think as a whole, the music really sucked in the 70s. I'm not like a horrible anti-disco guy, but even there was some good disco, but most of that was pretty bad too. People, well, fair enough. There's a pretty big disconnect today, I would say, between people, partly because of this stuff. But you know, being anonymous online gives you a different set of, I guess, kind of standards than we used to have, when everybody you talk to in person. Gives you maybe some bad habits. But you know, there's stuff to. Every generation says that. Every group of old people, you know, when I was a kid, everything was so much better, you know. It just is. It is what it is. Can I not get up here very well? We'll hop in the trees here. Where's he going? Is he going to go out and help us? Yes, he is. He sensor locked him for us. That's pretty cool. All right. We can get a punch. Oh, come on. I want to actually punch. There we go.
Confirmed.
The feminines of today.
Locked on for physical attack.
There was that. The negative was it was a lot harder to be a woman back then, too. So, luckily not an issue for me, but...
Target eliminated.
So I won't complain too much. Progress is sometimes painful. We're all involved.
I'm here.
That it? Nothing else that that was the Vanguard? Okay. All right. I'm not quite used to this. Guys, the game's going a lot easier today than it was yesterday. I'm guessing they're gonna... I don't know, actually, in this map. I'm not sure I've ever played this one.
Heads up, Commander.
There we go. Hostiles inbound.
Contacts inbound.
Got some there. The old to hate and fear the young. Grandparents. That is true.
Reporting enemy contact.
Yes, Commander.
You know, I like to think that because I'm a teacher, it keeps me a little more in touch with you know, younger groups and people. Wow, these are horrible shots, but maybe we'll get lucky. Maybe it keeps me a little bit more in touch than your standard person. Probably not. Probably fooling myself, but it's a theory. I'm running with it. Harasser. Okay, SRMs. Another Panther. It does like its Panthers this playthrough. Hey, Bloodydoves, have you noticed that sometimes the game just kind of picks a couple mechs, right? And you just see them like more so than everything else. Like my YouTube playthrough, it was Banshees and I'm trying to remember what the light was. I don't remember. Like some games you're going to see 8 billion locusts, and then some you'll never see a locust.
Standing by.
It was Banshees in the last one. They were in every store, and everybody seemed to have like 6 Banshees in their pocket. This one we've seen a lot of Panthers. But then when I was looking at this just to kind of get a feel for it, everything was a Wolfhound. They do spawn behind the base. Okay.
Scored a critical hit.
Yeah, they're always somewhere I don't expect them to be. Then 2 buildings get killed before you can rotate somebody around. This is really one of those maps that works well if you've got some range and some vision. Or not the map, but this mission. Okay, there we go. He's going to get a shot at him because we haven't shot him yet. And there goes one of our turrets. But we don't care. Turret's not a building. We don't get a bonus for those.
Yes, Commander.
Or around here, get some LRMs on somebody. I think he's a little more dangerous than the all-flamer guy, at least to the buildings. Hey, we got some more missile hits there than there. Okay, well that was nice. And they're going to help add a little bit more to that. Is it enough? Nope, not quite. Oh, it was. Vital component destroyed. Game spawner's weird like that. Yeah, it just seems like every but it's neat. I mean, it kind of gives every let's see, where's a route I want to go? Gets me some vision on them. It gives every game kind of its own flavor. What type of mechs you're going to see, you know? It's just interesting. Random numbers are weird that way, right? Sometimes the same one just keeps coming up. It might be locusts and spiders. Sure. You know, it's funny because I really like locusts and spiders. They're actually 2 of my favorite mechs in the game. I just really wish, there was more to them. I mean, if you breathe hard on a locust, it's done. And yes, making sure that they keep all of their, you know, their evasion and stuff helps a lot. But it still only takes 1 hit from a PPC, and your locust is, you know, is done. Of course, you got to hit, but I do like how, like, especially like the Wolfhounds and some of these others, you can put so much guns on them that they're still viable. You have to be careful. They're glass cannons, but they're useful, I think, in much more situations. And for some things like the missions where you have to go up to set up the artillery spotting, or some of the retrieval ones, if you really want to rush them, they become much more useful much later in the game where you can actually keep using them. So I do like that. Get up here. We got... Yeah, we'll see if we can finish this guy off. I need to be using my called shots more often. Yeah, exactly, Bloodydoves. They're just sharing armor, right? As Baradul says. That's good. I'm fine to let them go. I mean, it's nice to get the LRMs out. They do occasionally get the extra kill that you need, but like there, we got the stress on him. But I've got too many mechs down here. I got to start rotating somebody back. Oh, speaking of sharing armor.
Commander?
We just go to there.
Acknowledged.
All right, so he's got 194. He's got 113. PPC's out, but SRMs. I'm gonna. Let's just finish off the Panther. I think there's a chance we could have killed the Scimitar, and we got a bunch of LRMs on him anyway with the
Enemy eliminated.
missed shots. So that's something, and they're gonna put some more on him. Actually, they didn't. They did a lot of damage to him. Is it enough? No, not quite. This guy's just flamers. But he's not really a risk to the buildings. I think we shouldn't move him forward, but I'm going to. I really shouldn't. But the front on him's damaged, so we should be able to finish him off here. There we go. That's plenty. The 4 lasers were just to cook all the guys as they tried to escape.
Enemy unit destroyed.
Do you think 4 out of 7, yeah.
Yes, Commander.
I'm wondering if there's a way, and I'm kind of surprised the
Affirmative.
we haven't seen it from Harebrained Schemes, to get the vehicles like the hovercraft to stay on top of the water and maybe vehicles to not drive underneath it.
Copy that.
You know, a way for vehicles to treat all water as deep water, or
That one.
at least the wheeled ones. Yeah, exactly. I agree, yeah. And it is, you know, I saw somebody talking about the in-depth strategy, and there's some strategy or tactics to this, not really strategy per se. But the best strategy is just tonnage in this game. You know, the more weight you bring, the more it's going to be. And unless they change mission structure dramatically, I think that's just, it's going to stay that way. I would like to see bigger maps where the lances are more spread out, so you're not necessarily right on top of the reinforcements and the stuff, or maybe more mechs coming in later, scripted, rather than just being on the map and responding, because that would let you maybe play a little bit more of a distance running game where you can do hit and runs with light mechs, or maybe missions that are just pure scout missions, right, where you have to get in, you have to be able to get eyes on every single mech at some point, but destroying them is not important at all. You know, something along those lines. If we go there, what are we looking at? That's not too bad. So these got the guy spawned back here. I think there's some interesting things they could do. Within the campaign, there's a mission where you have to have something fast and jumpy to get up a mountain to hit some locations. And then there's the one where you have to shut down the anti-aircraft, and you need somebody fairly quick to get around, run the flanks while everybody else kind of holds on to people. But it'd be nice to see a bigger variety. Might be too close for the AC2s here. Might just be mostly... no, we still get great shots because it's a vehicle. There we go. SRM ammo explosion, we're done. The extra mechs and stuff that the modders provide, you know, are amazing. But ultimately, I think long-term success of this game and the replayability depends more on mission structure and different types of missions than anything else. I don't know if you knew, but you can kind of abuse the eye a bit here.